feel your eyes, they all over me. Don't be shy, take control of me.
Mío están bien, estamos bien. Ey, no te preocupes, estamos bien. Ey, sobre los beats de 100. No hay nada malo, estamos bien, está todo bien. Ey, todos los míos están bien, estamos bien. Ey, el dinero me llueve. A diablo que aguacero. En la cuenta un par de ceros. Y empezamos.
Alright guys, so welcome back to another video, and today I have one of my favorite cars. You know, I love Camaros. It's a car that has some meaning for me, and having this opportunity to be inside not just your average Camaro but a ZL1 Camaro, which some of you guys that know about Camaros is basically one of the top ones, besides the new ZL1 1LE that Chevy announced, and that is out currently, which I went to a car event here in Bowling Green, and I had the opportunity to see one in person, and let me tell you that this car right here, the ZL1, it looks aggressive and all, but that car, the ZL1 1LE, it is beyond, you know, beyond this car. It looks so much better, but you know, that is a different story. So let me talk. I will talk to you guys about this car, and you know, what the features that I love, the features that this car has, and the reason why this car is such special, and the reason why it's one of the cars to have, or that I would have. Stepping inside the car, you'll see that this looks, the 6th gen Camaros, they are built so much better than the previous gen. The previous gen looked totally basic and old school, and this is a far better interior. You know, you do have your Recaro seats and your ZL1 badging on them. I would like to show y'all the sticker price on this car and how it was equipped and all. See, your standard price is $61,140, but with all the specs that the owner put on this car, the first owner, it came out to being almost $70,000, and that is a lot of money for a car, but you do get a lot. You guys can pause the video if you would like to read all of that, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the rest of this review. Up here in this instrument cluster, you have your analog speedo and tacho on the sides, and you have your digital screen up there that it shows you all type of displays, shows you your oil temperature, the engine temperature, your gas, and also the boost for the supercharger. But you can also check your performance data, such as your G-force, you know, your oil temps, oil pressure, fluid trans temp, and your tire temperature, which if you're going to the track, that is one thing that you do, you know, you want to keep an eye on. So the more heated your tires are, the better grip you are going to have, especially with the Eagle F1 supercar tires that this car has, that are specifically made for the Camaro ZL1. And also you can check your wheel slip. This car also comes equipped with your launch control, so if you want to get that better performance at the track, you know, use your launch control. The car knows exactly what it needs to do to get you that result that you want. Here in the center with your entertainment system, you do have an 8-inch LCD screen that gives you pretty much all the information up to date. You do have your Apple CarPlay right there. It is my phone is not connected to it, so I can't show you that. You have your audio, but you have your XM radios and your, you know, all that good stuff, Bluetooth. You do have your weather, and you do have your PDR. That's performance data recorder that it is equipped on the top end Camaros and Corvettes, so you know you can check your results whenever you're on the track. You do have your text navigation, and you have your lighting setting, which that is one of the cool features that the Camaro has that I love. and you can change the color on them. Let's put it on show mode and you'll see what I mean. You see all them colors. You do have a variety of colors to select from. Below you do have your cooling and heated seats, and this feature right here, the way to adjust your vents, it's pretty unique. Kind of feels, it's kind of a little hard to maneuver, you know, adjust it to which way you want the air to flow, but it is pretty easy. So you just close it by turning the little knob in the center, and you adjust the temperature by just rotating the knob, the big knob, and it'll display it up there. It is dual climate, so you know the passenger can do the same as well for their temperature. Fan speeds are up here in the center. You do have your modes through where you want the air to come off of, and you can easily turn it off as well. Up here in the center, you have your suede shift knob with the ZL1 logo on top. This is the 10-speed automatic that was co-worked with Ford in order to make it. You also see this transmission in their products, such as the GT, the Ford GT, and the Ford Raptor, and other cars that including the new 2019 Mustang. Chevy claims that the 10-speed automatic built it for the Camaro. It is supposed to be better than Porsche's PDK, but that is, you know, it's a high benchmark for it. You know, Porsche's PDK is known for being the best automatic transmission out there, and you know that is, you know, it's good to know that Chevy, GM is, you know, targeting such a high benchmark, and that, you know, that just gives you an understanding of how dedicated to being one of the best their goal is. And you know, that is something to look forward to on future products that they're going to be bringing out. The ZR1, the Corvette ZR1, you know, that is something cool. You have your mode selection, your traction control buttons, your e-brake, and a little power outlet right here. Cup holders, they're lit up, whatever color you have it on. I have it on red. Currently it was turned off, but I wanted to see it for myself, and I turned it on. You'll see it also here in your cup holders. Storage, it is not the best, honestly. You can probably fit a couple of not even sure what will be that small that you can store that. You probably a couple of receipts and all that, but storage is not the best in the ZL1. One thing I forgot to mention, guys, is that you do have your heads-up display up there that'll, you know, you'll keep your eyes on the road. It'll show you your speed and all that, any other information you want to look. Backspace on this ZL1, it is not the best. Currently I have the seat, you know, adjusted to my height, and I'm not that big, and you know, there is pretty much no room or little to no room at all back here for any passengers. So you know, if you're gonna get this car, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be using it to hollering people all over the place. So you know, it's mostly gonna be for you and maybe your partner, or you know, just for a friend. All right, so let's talk about this car. Let's talk about the ZL1. Up front, you have a LT4 6.2 liter supercharged V8 that puts out 650 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. This one specifically is connected to a 10-speed automatic transmission. As I mentioned before, it is co-worked with Ford, so Ford and GM teamed up to build this transmission, but you also see it on other Ford products. 0 to 60 is in 3.5 seconds for the ZL1. Quarter mile is in 11.4 if I'm not mistaken, and you do have your 0 to 60 braking in 102 feet. That is pretty impressive numbers, especially for a car of this price. Usually you'll see that, you know, in higher end cars with such horsepower and all that stuff, they'll be over the $100,000 price. But you know, with like it is with GM, you know, with the Corvette, with the Camaro, you know, the top ends, it is a bargain. You know, their cars are a bargain for the performance you get. The sad thing is MPG on this car, and that is 14 city and 20 highway. But let's face it, you do not buy this car to have, you know, the best MPG out there. You buy the car for the performance, and I would buy it for the looks as well, because this is such an attractive car. Talking about performance for this car, you know, you do have 20-inch forged aluminum wheels wrapped in Eagle F1 Supercar 3 tires, specifically made for this car. 285 30s in the front and 305 30s in the rear. And you know that these are some sticky tires, you know, like I mentioned already, specifically made for this car to make it perform the best out there. And for any car with high performance, high horsepower and all that stuff, you are going to need some brakes, some good brakes. And this car comes equipped with Brembo 6 pistons up in the front to get this car to stop in from 60 to 0 in 107 feet. I checked my notes, and it's 107 feet for this car to go from 0 to 60 to basically to a complete stop from 60 miles per hour. The seats on this Camaro, you have your your Recaro seats, ZL1 batch right there back here, and they are honestly, like for me, anytime I get in on a car, I need to get it adjusted to them, get the feeling of it. At first, when I got into this car, they were feeling a little harsh, a little harder than usual. But now that I've been in it for a while, and they are pretty comfortable. It like I said, it is something that you need to get used to. Depending from what car you are coming from, and you do have heated and cooling for them. So in the summer, you're not gonna be sweating. They are leather wrapped, but you also have your soft suede in the middle. So yes, guys, that is it for this review. I love the car. I actually know somebody that has one of these. He has it in white, and I prefer this color, but white nonetheless is still the same car. Besides the color, that's just some color preferences. But I would prefer this car in either red, or black, because those two colors, to my opinion, look the best with this. The color scheme and all that. But nonetheless, hey, he has a car that I love, that I would love to own one day. I could possibly get this car, but I am not. That is something I'd rather wait on, because like I said, I have other plans coming up next year, and I will be having to spend some more money, and I do not want to be paying for such a huge car. It is a car that, like I said, that I would love to have one day, but I gotta wait. I would prefer a Corvette over this, but that is just my taste. This is more practical. You do get 2 back seats, even though you're not gonna use them, or unless you have like a small children, because a grown adult is not gonna fit there, and if he does, he's gonna be really uncomfortable back there. So nonetheless, thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if you learned anything new, and if there's something that you would like to know, shoot me a message, and I'll be more than happy to answer you guys' questions. I will see y'all in the next video. I have other cars coming up, so subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing a Corvette, which that's like my #1 favorite car out there. That's a car that I want to have. That's a car that I would have over this, but I would probably get one of these if the possibility doesn't happen of me owning a Corvette. I love the Z06. They look so aggressive, or the Grand Sports, but I would rather go with the Z06 because they're basically around the same price. So I'd rather get all that horsepower, all that performance, instead of just getting the looks, basically the aesthetics. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see y'all on the next one. Subscribe. Before I go, I would like to give a huge thanks to Gary Force Honda for allowing me the opportunity to film with this car, and a huge shout out to Daniel Del Rio. He's one of the salespersons in this dealer, and he is one of the best. He has helped me with previous cars that I purchased here. He will take care of you, so hit him up if you have any information, if you want to purchase this car. If that happens, by the way, if you go ahead and purchase this car because you saw this video and you know that where the car is at, go to Daniel, tell him how you learned about this car, or where'd you find it out. That's just so maybe you'll get a little discount. I'm not sure, probably not, or who knows. but that would just make me feel, you know, good about myself that, you know, somebody actually purchased this car because of what I talked about on it. So yeah, if that happens, let them know where you found out about the car, and thank you. So see you guys on the next video, and take it easy.
Like yeah. I feel like Post Malone with that gratas.
Feeling like I'm up and I ain't coming down. I don't give no fuck, so I can't fuck around. Ball until I fall till summer comes around. I need me some commas and a couple pounds. I've been smoking, I've been blazing, I've been thinking, I've been sipping, making plays in different ways to overcome the competition. You've been hating, I've been making observations on your fakeness. I don't want no